can you even fucking believe it, dude?
Can you fucking believe it, dude?
Can you even fucking believe it? We are. I don't know if you know this, Pat, but we're fucking back.
We're fucking back, dude. We're still doing a podcast.
We're still doing it. We're not giving it up. I don't care how many. I've had 3 people reach out and say, "Hey, you should stop," and I said, "Never."
Have you
I'll
really?
stop. I'll stop when I'm fucking dead.
Yeah,
no, people don't talk to me.
I've
no
had
checking up on me.
I've had people reach out and say, like, you should really stop. Accounts like the DEA, the CIA, the FBI. They're saying you have to stop.
all the 3-letter agencies.
That's right. They say your swag too tough, your bitch too bad. They'll kill you. They keep saying that to me.
Even Doge is stepping in.
Yeah.
Did you hear Doge is a government agency now? Did you hear about this?
Sucks.
You see this?
Never mind. I was going to say something that you are not supposed to say about government workers. I went to IKEA this weekend. Have you ever been to IKEA?
Yeah. What a rapid shift. No, I've not. I've never been to an IKEA. I heard the meatballs are good though.
Whoever fucking runs IKEA should be running everything in our government. IKEA fucking rocks. I had never been there before. I go. You think it's just furniture? There's a whole fucking food court at IKEA, and the food's good. It's good.
Is there a Sarku? They got a Sarku there?
It's so. We were talking about this because we left IKEA and we passed to Panda Express, and I was like, when Chris is here, we got to take him to Panda Express, and it's like you no appreciation for the finer things in life, dude. You can get but it's like you get like a plate with like Swedish meatballs, gravy, mashed potatoes, peas, a little bit of jam to dip the meatballs in. It's fucking delicious. But yeah, it's like
it sounds like you're in a hostel in Europe or something. Sounds
it's very European
food court.
Yeah.
Also, weird name for a place to stay. I don't feel at home there. It's feeling a little hostile in here.
That's right,
folks.
Very good. Very
folks. It's a little hostile.
IKEA was sick. Looked around, got food, saw some child abuse. I saw a woman fucking piece up her kid. It was crazy. It was like it was one of those situations where you're kind of like, are we supposed to call somebody like when this happens? So we get our food. You get the food at the end of the shopping trip, and then we're eating, and all of a sudden you hear this kid just like screeching. Like my girlfriend was like, it sounds like a creature. Like it sounded unhuman how much this kid was throwing a temper tantrum. He was in a bad mood, but then we're kind of like, I wonder who it is. And then all of a sudden I'm looking out the window and I see this woman like farmer carrying this little kid. And she's like picking him up, like jostling him around. I'm like, I bet that's the kid right there. And so I'm watching this woman carry this kid and she's like kind of like throwing him around. He's like thrashing around. Like it's getting weird. And then, there's like another, like her husband is following behind with another kid. And then she gets to this car. It's like this like mid 2000s sedan. And this is where it took a turn because she's like trying to open the back door to put the kid in. And so she got the kid like this, goes to the back of the car and kind of like slams the kid into the car to like prop him up there and open the door and then like throws him in. And it's just like leaning in the car, either hitting him or screaming at him for like a good 30 seconds. And then she gets into the driver's seat, slams the door, and then like peels out of IKEA going like 25 miles an hour.
Oh my God. That kid either does that literally all the time.
Exactly.
Or that was like the one time that it just like something was in the meatballs or something.
Yeah.
Just got him revved up. Like,
yeah.
What do you think it was? Do you think it was an all the time thing? Is that just how she carries her kid around?
Well, I think from speaking from expertise of being a bratty little kid for a little bit, what happens is you go up the escalator and they have a bunch of stuffed animals. So I bet he was like, I'm going to need some of those stuffed animals. And then she said no. And then he probably started crying. And then I don't think she has good coping mechanisms. So I think she was just like, well, I'm just going to slam you against the car when we get outside.
Yeah. That would get someone fired, like, as a cop. Like, if you were a cop and handled someone like that. I mean, maybe if enough people were watching.
Yeah, true. But no, I mean, I was just watching it and then like, It kind of felt like that show, like, what would you do? Because it turns out what I would do is I keep eating meatballs and I kind of just say that.
And talk about it on a podcast.
That's right.
That's what I would do.
Is I get another cup of soda and I just kind of hang out for a little bit.
Let's call John Quinones and we'll tell him exactly what we'll do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But hey, you said you were a brat. You weren't bratty. Like, you were bratty in like a sweet way. You had a melt. I remember you were like 5 and you had a meltdown at BJ's Wholesale Club.
Oh yeah,
because you wanted our mom to buy herself flowers.
Yep.
And say that you bought them.
Well, no, I mean, in my head, I wanted to buy her flowers, and she said no, and then I started hyperventilating and screaming and crying. But like in my head, it's like, I'm doing this. I'm trying to do something fucking nice for you, bitch. Let me treat you with your money. But no, it was always it'd be like I'd have a temper tantrum, and it'd be like it'd always be like, because she was always good cop, dad was bad cop. So it was like, when your father gets home, you're gonna be in trouble. And I was like, that's fucking like 12 days from now in my head.
That's never gonna happen.
When's he coming home? 5? I don't fucking know anything about 5 p.m.
He's gonna be home in 90 minutes. That's like that's next week.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was one time we were like babysitting our little cousins, and shout out Annie and Malin. And one time the younger one wanted to watch Sesame Street, and then we wanted to watch something like cooler, probably like porn or whatever. And so we were like, we'll watch.
We wanted to watch Cat House.
Yeah, we wanted to watch Confessions of a Geisha or whatever. I don't know. But we were like, all right, we'll watch this for 5 more minutes, and then we're going to switch over. And he was like, 5 minutes, that's a lot. And in my head, I was like, you fucking moron, dude.
Yeah, that is a lot, you fucking idiot.
But see, then, eggs on my face, because now I go to these open mics. Turns out 5 minutes can feel like a really long time.
5 minutes feels like an hour with some of these people.
Because you know what? At this point, it's been almost a month. I don't care. Portland, Oregon fucking sucks at comedy.
That's right.
None of them will listen to you fucking suck. You suck so much.
You're like Chief Keef in New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did he do in New Jersey?
No, you're just like, I'm going to shoot New Jersey up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so funny to like have a beef with just this, like, I'm gonna shoot the state of New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, it's not even a beef, but it's like I've done stand up in like a few different states. I've like not like touring or anything, but like traveling around doing open mics. I've never been in a scene that like celebrates terrible comedy so much. Like,
really?
Yeah, because I mean, like there's times where most of the time you feel like the biggest idiot in the fucking world doing stand up, but there's a few beautiful moments where you feel cool. Like it's like, oh, I got 2 shows tonight. I'm going to walk between them. Maybe get a slice of pizza. You feel good. You feel like you're fucking Louis. And then most of the time you feel stupid, but like there's so much of just this like thing of like, man, I can walk into this open mic with 6 people. Doesn't matter where I am on the list. I'm going to get up in 2 turns. All I have to do is hug this pedophile open mic host, and then I'm going to get it. Like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying getting bumped for just these fucking losers all the time.
Ugh. Yeah, I can't wait to go out there and just be antisocial to people there.
It's easy. I think there's been 3 people who will make eye contact with me. And I don't even think it's like they're shunning me. I think they just are not used to making eye contact with anybody.
What is it about Portland that makes them such freaks? I know we've only been there for like a few weeks, but like what do you think it is that makes these people just so fucking weird?
Dude, I don't even know. Because I was at kind of like so I did 3 mics last night. I get to the 3rd one and it's like a theater kid mic. Like you can tell, like it's like it's like an improv theater with like an annex. And then This is going to sound bad. I'm not saying that this isn't important, but how many open mics have you been to where you sign up with your pronouns on the sheet and then also your Venmo in case people want to send you money? Probably zero, I would guess, right?
Zero. Yeah.
So that's what happens when you go into this open mic. And then I get in there and I'm like, they're not going to like any of the jokes I've been working on. They're not going to like a single thing that I've been working on. So like, I like switched it up and, I ended up doing okay, but it's like, I really feel like it's a bubble. It just feels like this weird bubble that they're in. Like it's right. Just not, you act in this way that isn't like any other scene I've seen. And it's
right.
I don't know. It's, and I don't know, like I hate most of the comedians in Maine too, but it's different. It's different out here for sure.
Well, yeah, at least it's like, we've established a rapport and then you like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you've established that rapport and it's like, okay, like you're a fucking freak, but at least you've established something where you just can't even get to that point where you're establishing any kind of rapport. It's just, you're just talking to bug people or something. Like it's just like
it's crazy.
Crickets running around.
It's like, at least in Maine, it's like the people who are bad, like they're freaks. Like there's something just weird about them, but these are just like presumably normal people who have just they've been polishing a turd for 12 years. And it's
yikes.
Guess what? It's still bad. Anyways, how have you been, man?
I can't. Hey, man. Hey, keep Portland weird. Mission fucking accomplished, dude. Yeah. They did it. They kept it weird. No, man, it's been really fun, man. I mean, it's like the second you left.
I know, dude. I'm all I had to do was get out of there.
No, it's been good. We had a showcase at Shoes Louise. It was fun. It was a good time. Nice. It was a good time. There were actually people there. So, we did not think that was going to happen. We thought the Noah was going to be there. And me and Casey walked over there from Empire and we get there. We're like, hey, this is pretty good.
How many people? Like full room?
15 people.
Hey, not bad, dude. Hell yeah.
And everyone did well. Like it was fun. There's some guy wearing like knee-high snow boots. And he was just he one of the comics, Grace, she went up and did well, and he kind of like he starts talking to her after the set. He's just like, "Hey, so you're a feminist? Why? I'm not. You shouldn't be that." It's just what like, all right, this guy's a fucking freak. Like,
was it? Yeah. Was it like? Was he trying to hit on? Like, what was the move?
I kept asking her, like, what do you think he was trying to accomplish with that? And she's like, I can't even hazard a guess as to what he's trying. I think he was trying to be funny, but it's like, hey, leave it to us, okay? We got.
I gotta say, seeing comedians like seeing a male comedian try to hit on a female comedian is just one of the most depressing things I've ever seen in my entire life.
This is why I don't do it. Yeah. Like hitting on a girl, it's like hitting on a girl is like it's like buying Coke. Like you feel like the most annoying, desperate person on the fucking planet. Like I hate that I'm asking you for this. You know what I mean? I hate that I'm in this position. I wish I didn't have to do this. But here we are.
There was one time, I forget what was going on, but it was a show at the House of Music in Portland, and for whatever reason, I think maybe I was drunk. I wanted a cigarette, and so there was some woman who had performed, and just for whatever reason, I was like, well, I shouldn't just ask for a cigarette. I should tell them you did a good job, and then ask for a cigarette. So I was like, hey, great set. Could I have a cigarette? I like the idea of just like a homeless guy who's also like critiquing you on your stand up, and she was like, just saw through it immediately. She's like, you can have the cigarette, but it's like, don't. What are you doing? I'm like, you're right. Goodbye. Just walked away.
It's the same thing. Like, hey, great set. Can I have a piece of pussy, please?
Yeah. Can I have sex with you, please?
Can I have a little slice? Can I have a little slice of sex pie?
Well, is that possible? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, because I go, especially here, like you'll do these open mics and it's like, oh, like all these guys are like creepy and try to hit on me. And I'm like, I don't do that shit. And then it's like, wait 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, they're doing that shit. They're doing it immediately.
Right. No, I thought of this. I heard a we did like a crowdsource mic, or I forget what mic it was. Doesn't matter. But this woman was talking about, it's like, like men or like boys, like younger boys especially, like they don't know how to express their true feelings. They don't know how to be just in touch with their feelings. So they're like mean to girls as like a way to flirt or whatever, because they don't want to say how they really feel. But it's like, do you really want to hear how we really feel?
Yeah.
Is that really what you want? Oh,
you
do you want to hear
the worst stuff?
I've taken one look at you and envisioned an entire life together. I've pictured what our kids look like. Is that what you want to hear? Is that what you want to hear?
Well,
is that what you want to hear, lady?
I remember I was watching like you ever see like Band of Brothers or like the Pacific, the like World War II shows.
Yeah.
They're always like at the end it'll be like, oh, this is what happens like when they go back to the States, and then every time it's like they'll always show like a little bit of like them, you know, like meeting their wives or whatever, but like half the time it'll just be like a guy showing up at a woman's house at like 9:30 at night and then being like, hey, I'm back, let's get married. And they're like, who are you? Like, we went to high school together. But it's like that just seems to be how dating was back then, is you just drop in on a woman you don't know and then they're like, sure, I guess this is what we do.
The government's giving him a house after this, so sure.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, if you think about it like that,
as well.
You wait a few years, wait till they develop PTSD, and then you get to keep all the money in the house.
Well, I was going to say they're definitely not going to depict what happens after the Iraq War.
Yeah, true.
Like, oh yeah, Private Gomez freaked the fuck out and shot his entire family. Yeah. Where are they now?
Yeah,
in the fucking dirt. That's where they are.
I took like this class on the Vietnam War in college, and there was one time we had like a discussion, and the TA was like, "Hey, I found this guy in Wisconsin who was in Vietnam. We're gonna have him come in and talk to us like about his experience." And somehow we found like the one veteran who like loved Vietnam, like the one guy who was like, it's good that we went over there. So
it rocked.
He was like talking about it, and then he literally just like, he has like a PowerPoint going and he's showing us the porn that he had when he was over there. And then he just clicks over next slide, and it's everyone in his platoon, and he just points at them and goes like one by one. He's like, that guy died, that guy got blown up, that guy got shot, that guy lived, that guy killed himself, that guy got blown up, that guy got blown. It's just like not a lot of them had happy endings.
Right. And it's like, that was the best time of my life.
Because like Madison was like famous for like doing anti-Vietnam like protests, but he went to like a private school like up north. So he was like, yeah, all those gay guys in Madison were protesting. We were excited about the war. We were ready to serve our country.
So the TA's sitting there like, what the fuck? What have I done?
Halfway through, like, what a gulp.
Oh boy,
what have I done?
No, darn it.
Yeah, but no, that was a cool class. But then at the end, like the professor did like this long speech that was just super sad about Vietnam. And it was like, all right, have a great summer.
What were the cliff notes of this speech?
That his dad was an alcoholic and died. And then, actually, this is really sad. We can just cut this if this is way too sad. But he was like, yeah, my dad was like an artillery guy. So one night he just got too drunk and was walking home, and he had no hearing in his left ear. So like his equilibrium was off. So he just tripped and just fell and then just died. And he was like, but my best friend's dad, he used to get into arguments with his wife and then go down into the basement and shoot a handgun at the wall to make everyone think that he killed himself. And then he did that for years, like every time he got into a fight with his family. And then just one day he just did it. He's like,
I was gonna say, like, eventually that stops working. It's the boy who cried, "I'm gonna kill myself," too many times.
The boy who cried, it was a waste of time and money. But yeah, it was just crazy to be like, "Have a great summer, guys. We're signing yearbooks after this."
Hags, everybody.
Yeah, hags, everyone.
God damn, that's the worst. Yeah. That's the worst story ever.
I know, right? And then you just said that, and
such a bummer.
Have fun, everybody. But anyways.
And here's Wonderwall. Such is life, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be wild. Tell that story at like a bar, and they'd be like, and now Wonderwall.
Yeah. Where's the touch tunes, guys?
Yeah.
I just loaded it up.
We got any Fetty
$20
Wap on this thing?
I'll make your Fetty Wap.
Hell yeah, dude. Did I ever tell you the time I got handed touch tunes in Milwaukee and I just blew it and just everyone in the bar just did not like me at all.
I love ruining the vibe with the touch tunes. I love just destroying it.
I didn't even do it on purpose. We were in Milwaukee for our friend Peter's wedding, and I had some time to kill, and I was like, whatever. Like, no one's in town yet. I'll go to this bar like around the corner from the hotel, and this woman and her it was like this woman was trying to hit on me, and like her mom was like wing womaning her. So and then they're like, "Hey, we have $7 on the touch tunes. Just play whatever you want." And I queued up. I queued up a few songs, but the first one was "Scenes from an Italian Restaurant" by Billy Joel, and
it's a banger.
Well, so it starts
classic
off slow.
song.
So it was like it starts off and just no one's into it. Everyone in the bar knows that I queued it up. So people are looking at me, and I'm like drunk, and I'm like, it picks up. It really picks up after the first.
Hey, wait for Barbara and Eddie. Wait for Barbara and Eddie. They were still going steady.
I kept going like, just wait, it's gonna pick up, and then like it picks up, and then just everyone still was just not loving it. I'm like, what are you gonna do?
What were they playing? What was the song before and after?
After it was more of what I got going on. I think I queued up Regulators, but
just the most nonsensical playlist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just like $7. I'll ruin your night for sure.
Robert and Eddie, they're still going steady in the summer of '75.
Yeah, but the people didn't like it, but I liked it.
They didn't like Barbara and Eddie.
They didn't like Barbara and Eddie.
That's all I heard about Barbara and Eddie. Can't tell you more because I told you already. And here we are waving Brenda and it's Brenda and Eddie. It's not Barbara and Eddie. God, you let me make an ass out of myself this entire time.
I had no fucking idea.
Dude, I'll just play Death Grips when I get the touch tunes.
I've been getting back into Death Grips.
Dude, I gotta send you.
I love how still every episode you manage to break out into song. I like it.
I can't help it. I got the music.
You're a musical man. You got the music in you.
You're music in me, dude.
You're like a young Mackerelmore.
That's right.
Did you know that Mackerelmore is involved in the Titanic sub thing?
Wait, what Titanic sub? Like the sub
that
the one that exploded?
Yeah. He was their like celebrity sponsor. Like,
wait a minute,
years before they did that.
Wait a minute, did he get the parts for the sub from the thrift shop? Is that where he got the parts for the sub?
Where they got.
Was it at the thrift shop?
Well, no, because like that when that company was like coming up, so basically like what they were doing was they were doing dives that like weren't allowed, but they're like basically they're like asked for forgiveness, not for permission. So they were just kind of like slowly building up. And one of the things they did before they really made it big was they were just diving down to look at sharks. And Mackerelmore is really into sharks. So they're like, what celebrity can we get to endorse us? And they got fucking Mackerelmore. And they're like, they probably scrubbed it at this point. But like, there is a video of like him going out with that company and Mackerelmore to find like a rare shark. And then they fucking find it. And then later they're all dead. So
it's it'd be funny if he loved fish and he goes by Mackerelmore. What is he? Mackerelmore?
Mackerelmore. That's good. I like that.
I get it. Like the mackerel. Yeah. Mackerelmore.
Or they get into the sub and they're like, we're going downtown. Downtown. Yeah, when the sub crushed, they went da 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 da, like the beginning of Thrift Shop. Garrett, play the beginning of Thrift Shop. That's what the sound. That's the sound they made. Yeah. Play us off. Yeah. Shut it down, dude. No, it was so funny. Like when they were like, "Oh, we're searching for the sub." Mackerelmore. That's good. I like that.
That's going to be the episode art right there. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. But it was so funny, like when the news first broke about the sub, and people were like, "All right, well, they're maybe we'll find them."
Yeah, that was
like,
insane.
You're not fucking.
They
are paste.
Yeah.
They are tomato paste at the bottom of the. How naive do you have to be to think that there's even a slightest chance? Of them.
Well, I never really I remember the story and everything, but like I never really like looked too much into it. And then I was on like some long like drive back to Maine, and then like some like YouTube documentary like about the whole thing like came up, and it was like the title was like "It's way worse than you think," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll check this out." And actually, I think it was on like a cut episode, but yeah, I was saying how like they really should do a disclaimer if the guy narrating the documentary is Australian, because it does really ruin the experience of like listening to someone for a long amount of time if they have that stupid fucking accent. But apparently the guy who made the company was like a really good engineer, but like the thing he was stuck on was like, all these subs are made of metal. What if we made one not made of metal and save money? And then all these engineers were just like, that's a bad idea. But it was like, well, it went in the water and it's fine. They're like, yeah, for now, but it'll like degrade and eventually will crunch like a can, and anyone inside it will fucking die. And he was like, shut up. Yeah, they had like,
I'm doing something.
Yeah, shut up. But yeah, they had like I think like 2 or 3 like of their engineers were like, hey, this is a really bad idea. And they're like, fire him now and sue him so he'll silence him.
God damn.
Silence.
Get the shit out of here, man. Yeah. I don't want any naysayers in my team.
That's right.
we silence the haters.
Speaking of dumbass CEOs, do you hear that Elon Musk was lying about being good at Diablo?
I didn't know. What
criminal? That
he was lying.
You know, I'm going to say it. That's the worst thing he's done in the last 3 months. Lying about being good at
That's
Diablo.
the worst thing.
But yeah,
how do you lie about that? What do you mean he lied?
So yeah, he's like one of the top ranked like Diablo 4 players, but he just paid people to play for him and then just took their accounts. Like it's the same thing as like if you sell like your RuneScape account. Like he just bought like a top tier account. Like he didn't build it himself.
Dude, he fucking sucks, man. He did the same shit with he's destroying the integrity of the Diablo 4 community.
But that's the thing. It's just like no one gave a shit. You said it, and then you lie. Like, why even do it?
I mean, he does this shit all the fucking time. Like he credits himself as a founder of PayPal. He did not found PayPal. He acquired the company from some other thing, probably from his started a company with his dad's fucking Emerald Mine money, and then he acquired PayPal and then forced them to list him as a founder. I mean, he had nothing to do with the founding of it.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think.
He did the same thing with Path of Exile too. That's another Diablo like game. Like he just
he lied about that too.
Yeah, he lied about that. But he tried to he did this live stream where he was like showing himself play the game. But he had such a basic level of understanding that anybody who watches that and was like, "Oh, I play that game for as the same amount of time that he does," could be like, "Yeah, you have never played this game." It'd be like someone,
that's just so obvious.
Who plays Madden, someone saying like, "Oh, I am the best Madden player in the world," but not knowing how to pick routes from the playbook.
Yeah,
it was that level.
They'd be like me playing Madden, where like I don't even know what routes mean.
Yeah, was he driving to the store?
Yeah. Well, it's also just dumb because, like, I mean, I said it when, like, before they knew that it was untrue. Like, you don't get good at Diablo. You just play Diablo for longer amounts of time. Like, there isn't, no one's like, oh, I don't even know what to do. Do I hit buttons? Like, it's a fucking easy, it'd be like bragging about being the best Fallout 3 player. Like, you've just played a lot of Fallout 3. There's no good or bad.
And it's like, what does lying about that get you? Oh, it completely destroys this like narrative and image that you've created where you're this productivity god, and now you're bragging about playing hours of Diablo, and you're not even doing that. So you're not playing Diablo. Your kids hate you, so you're not parenting. What does this guy do all day?
Yeah.
And also, like, why do you feel the need to lie about being good at a video game? He was just able to. Did you hear about this thing with like the Treasury? Like
No.
I'm just reading headlines here, so I don't fucking. It's Confidently Wrong, folks. You're listening to Confidently Wrong. He basically like was able to access like confidential data like through like the Treasury. Like he basically took over something that handles like trillions of dollars of transactions like every day, and he was able to just get in there and take everyone's data for like no apparent reason.
That's
not
like good.
You can just do shit like that, but you still feel the need to lie about being good at a video game.
Yeah,
like
that's ridiculous.
Dude, like it's like LeBron James like being insecure about his bald ass head. It's like, dude, you're LeBron James, and you can't get over your receding hairline. I suck at everything I do. Look at me, all right? It's fine. Just be bald.
Be bald guys.
You know,
do
like
a podcast, whatever.
It's like these powerful people are just so fucking insecure. It's so fun.
Yeah. Well, it's also just dumb. It's just so dumb to like brag. Like if you do video games and you're gonna brag about it, either you better be like winning a Fortnite tournament for $1 million or just shut up about it, because everything in between is just so like. I remember in college my roommate was like, it was when Fortnite was like real big, and he was like, we should have a contest to see who can get to 50 wins first. And then we did that because it was winter, and then he was like, now let's see who can get to 100. He was still just like coming and be like, just got another dub, and it was like, I kind of just moved on to like trying to get pussy. Like I don't really care about this anymore.
Right.
It was a really short amount of time where I cared about this.
Oh man, it's just like a bunch of kids on a school bus on the way to school. You know, like it's just like, who fucking cares?
Who gives a shit, dude?
Who gives a shit about that?
Oh,
that was a great segue.
Oh hell yeah! We're going into
shit.
the news. Confidently Wrong news. Currently breaking news now.
Confidently Wrong. Breaking news.
Yeah. So, Chris, you set that up perfectly, dude.
Good job.
Very first news story here.
Hell yeah.
This is coming from you straight from Wisconsin.
Nice.
Heartland,
the homeland.
Yes. So,
the homeland.
A school bus driver has been accused of an OWI in Heartland, Wisconsin, charged with 29 total counts because this man was apparently driving a bus full of kids around, refusing to let them off the bus, and refused to go to any of their stops.
Well, hang on. Just really quick. Was he telling a very good story that was almost over?
He was not. Apparently, he was screaming at the kids to shut up and to stop making it such a big deal. He's driving.
So this was like on the way to school, and then they were being too loud, and then he was still driving, just like driving around.
He was supposed to be dropping them off at home.
Oh shit!
This is an end of day bus route.
Well, I mean, better that than the morning drive. You know, if you're sloshed at 6. Wait, also 29 counts. Is that each kid that he endangered or each drink that he had?
Okay, so 2 caveats. I believe that is due to each kid that was on the bus.
Damn.
He blew a 0, like straight zeros, when he took a breathalyzer.
I don't see the.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, I see no problem.
He was on a ton of prescriptions.
Yeah, that's medicine. That's
doctor's
from a doctor.
Orders. Doctor's orders.
Wait, he was on like prescription meds, or he had prescriptions?
Mm-hmm. He was on a bunch of prescription meds.
Doctor's orders. Still, I maintain.
Doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders, dude.
Do we have a line on what he was taking?
All he said was that he takes a lot. The police
he's on.
The police looked up the prescriptions, and one of them had a warning that said can impair judgment, thinking, or motor skills, and that users should use caution when operating machinery.
Well, yeah,
it sounded like he used an abundance of caution. I mean, he had to make sure that how are these kids going to learn? All right. None of these kids have consequences. They were being loud.
Yeah,
he crash the bus. He's on a lot of medication. He could easily crash the bus if he's too distracted.
There's a pretty good chance that he felt good enough to drive, but not good enough to let the kids off the bus. So maybe he was just driving until he came down a little bit.
He had to sober up.
That's right. Because that's when you got to open up the sign, make sure cars aren't coming, let the kids off. That's the challenge. Driving the bus is easy.
That's right. Hit her head numerous times when Cunningham slammed on the brakes, describing her headache as an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10?
That's fine.
Call me when it's a 10 out of 10, sweetheart. Okay. Okay. All I'm seeing is almost crashed into a car. The bus was going so fast it could have tipped, but it didn't. It didn't tip.
He was going to kidnap. Where was he going to take you? He's a fucking bus. Yeah. Oh, he's going to fit 29 kids in his studio basement apartment.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want to steal a bunch of annoying fucking kids.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
He wanted to keep any of you. That's crazy. Is he?
That'd be cool. It'd be cool if he was like trying to start like a prescription farm thing. Like he heard like 5 of those kids had a Ritalin prescription.
That's right.
He's like,
I'm
not letting you off until you give me that fucking Ritalin.
Yeah. Honestly, those kids probably were just trying to drive a hard bargain. He's like, you know what? How about I kill us all? Get me the Ritalin.
Or what if no one's asking these? He probably has ADHD and he got distracted.
Yeah,
he
got distracted. He was thinking about movies.
Maybe he was stimming.
He could. Yeah, honestly, if he was stimming, what are you gonna be mad about, dude? That's crazy.
What are you gonna be mad about? Your kids are fine.
Is he in jail? What happened to him?
No. So this is pretty recent. So we're still kind of going through all the court proceedings and whatnot.
It's a developing case.
Free him.
Our man will be. They'll sort it out in court. Our man will be free.
That's right.
Free to walk the streets again.
If I know the Wisconsin legal system when it comes to drugs, he will get a light tap on the wrist, and he'll be back to driving immediately.
Those kids are going to see him bright and early tomorrow morning.
And I think they're going to be real quiet.
Yeah,
if they know what's good for them.
I had a bus driver. I guess we had the same bus driver. But do you remember Herkimer, the bus driver?
How could I forget? How could I forget Herkimer?
We had this crazy bus driver who used to be like an auctioneer. He did like a bunch of jobs. Remember there was one day where a kid sprayed like Axe body spray because that was like a big thing when I was in middle school. And I think in hindsight, he just didn't like the smell of it, but he like pulled over the bus, called like me and 2 of my friends to the front because we were like the oldest kids on the bus. And he goes like, I had a 6-year-old girl die in my arms because she was allergic to Axe body spray. You need to make sure that no one back there is spraying it or kids are going to start dying.
He deputized.
And he just went back to driving the bus.
You're the Axe police, dude.
Yeah.
Deputized by Herkimer.
What are we going to do? I'm not going to beat up any. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You did completely crumble when one kid called you the N-word, so I don't know why.
He would call me the N-word for about 45 minutes continuously. I think anyone would start to question something. Because I got off and I'm like, I'm white. I don't even know.
Look, no.
Yeah, it was like full day on the bus. I had to share seats with this 2nd grader who I guess did not want me to sit next to him because then, he just started calling me the N-word for about 45 minutes all the way. I think it was to school. So I was like, that's how I started my day. I just had to be like, all right, what's division all about? You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you started your day with a hate crime. That sucks.
But like, is it a hate crime if it's inaccurate?
Yeah, I think it's a crime of misinformation.
Yeah,
true.
He was confidently real.
That's right.
Yeah, he was confident. That's right.
Yeah. I gotta find that kid and I don't know, kill him or something. I don't know.
He's probably in jail.
He's probably in jail or dead. I don't know. Whatever.
Probably has.
All right, it's time for our next story.
Breaking news.
All right. So this one's coming out of Maryland.
Fuck yeah.
So
the crab state.
Apparently, this is a strange one. So last week, Friday, or no, this was from last year. There was apparently a bunch of money just flying around on a highway, and people who stopped pick up some of this money were treated to a wonderful site. For all of our listeners out there who don't have a screen to look at this, I will include it in our notes. But this is the money that they found.
So they're like risking getting hit by like a fucking semi just to pick up play money.
Damn, it is some of the worst. It just says Lakeshore School money. It's just not so clearly not real money. Damn, Lincoln looks terrible. If Lincoln saw this, he'd want to get shot in the head all over again.
So wait, were people trying to buy stuff with this?
No. Well, no. I mean, I assume anyone who picked it up realizes immediately that it's fake.
Oh, I thought they were trying to. I thought it was a counterfeit money thing.
No, it sounds like just a truck that had this fake money crashed, and then people went to pick it up thinking it's real money, and then realized it's school money.
That was the deal. So a bunch of money was just floating all over the highway, and apparently people were rubbernecking and like pulling over to try to get the money. And they had to. That's
a pretty funny bit. That's a good bit. Just making people almost die for fake money.
But I mean, even if it was real money, it's like how many of those bills did one person? Like if you picked up 3 of them, it'd be like, all right, $15 to almost die. You know,
worth it.
Yeah,
worth every second, dude.
Worth every dollar.
Damn,
true.
That's right. I thought that was a counterfeit story. That's my bad. I thought people were trying to buy stuff with that. And my whole point was like, if you get over on someone like that, you use counterfeit money, you win. Like, all right, you win.
True.
Like that.
You know what's weird? You know who investigates counterfeit money?
Who?
The Secret Service.
The president?
The Secret Service.
El Presidente's Secret Service.
Donald Trump's on the case, guys.
Right. Donald Trump's Secret Service.
Donald Trump just heard about the story today, and he's looking into it.
That's right. He's looking into it.
He's going to figure out that story from
prescriptions. He's going to get to he's going to do all of his prescription pills and get to the bottom of it.
That bus driver is the same age as our president.
Really? That's not good. I don't like that.
That's cool and normal.
That's cool and normal. That. Things are good.
All right, next story. So this is coming at you from Florida. This is in January of this year.
Okay.
Sunshine State. So Florida educators are arrested after a teen party at the principal's house goes off the rail.
It was off the rails from the beginning, dude.
The more you read that headline, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach police say that the party featured a gun, marijuana, and so much alcohol that one teen was arrested of suspicion of drunk driving.
Wait, sorry. What type of school was it? Was this a high school?
An elementary school.
No,
elementary school president. It was a high school student. It was the principal of the
elementary school.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
That's featuring a gun. That's so funny. Like, hey kids, come over and check out. You want to come over and play with my gun? And then like 100 kids come over to play with her gun.
I wonder if there's a thing about like elementary school principals being a little bit like wacky. Because I remember like when I was in elementary school, I had to do like a presentation on Stonewall Jackson, like a Civil War kind of thing. And I went to my dad and I was like, "Oh, I have to do this presentation." He was like, "Well, I have bullets from the Battle of Fredericksburg, like musket balls. Like you could take those in and like present them." And so I just went to school with a bag full of bullets and immediately got sent to the principal's office. But I remember the principal was like, "Listen, I got 2 katanas at home. I'd love to display them in my office, but you can't do stuff like that." So I wonder if just like all elementary school principals are like kooky like that.
This one was just fucking ready to go.
Yeah,
they just want to. I mean, the high schoolers, they're tough to educate. They're tough to please. She just wants them to, she wants to be cool for the kiddos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could have been doing. They could have been doing math flashcards while they fucking drink Jägermeister or whatever.
Dude, it's Cocoa Beach. We're really gonna fucking have class at Cocoa Beach. Have fun.
What standards are we having in fucking Florida? You're lucky they're not fucking railing Oxy in elementary school.
Right.
Also, I can't see what's highlighted. What's going on?
Oh, so this is just a little bit from the article here.
Okay.
The party featured a teenage boy pointing a 9mm handgun at a student recording him. A vomiting partygoer so drunk that paramedics were called. Use of marijuana, eruption of fights and violence. One incident reported to be on video. And a teenage girl arrested nearby for driving with a blood alcohol level well above the legal limit of 0.02.
That's just Project X, dude.
She had a drink.
This is just
0.02. This is even
0.00. Actually, yeah, 0.0. No, 0.002 is even over the legal limit. Yeah, 0.02 is, yeah. Wait, isn't it 0.03?
Well, this is in Florida.
Oh, okay.
In
Florida, I figured it'd be like 0.7. It's the
her
legal
blood
limit.
alcohol level was 0.118.
Okay, that is a lot.
Her and her passenger were wearing clothing emblazoned with the night's theme "White Lie."
What?
That's an odd theme for a party with a bunch of children.
The party's theme was "White Lie."
Well, maybe it's creating a little plausible deniability. It's like, yeah, they all told me that they're 21. It's a little fib. Yeah. It's a little white lie.
A little fudging the truth. They're in high school.
That's so funny to call it a white lie. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, I buy with stuff with $100 counterfeit bill. It's just a little white lie, you know? Just a little.
I mean, if I was in high school and wait, okay, hold on. There's actually a key detail that may be missing. Is it the principal organized the party, or does the principal have a kid who goes to that school?
The principal organized the party.
She has no kids.
Yep. Not good. No. Well,
I didn't know being cool was illegal. When did I wake up in fucking Russia, man?
That's right.
Sounds like a cool principle.
That's
actually
right,
in Russia, this would probably be totally acceptable.
In Russia, they'd be like, "What are you calling the cops for?"
Right, it's part of the curriculum.
Yeah,
it's a coming of age ceremony. You get absolutely blackout drunk with the principal.
That's right. Damn.
She apparently did this twice a month.
What?
What?
Holy shit! How long did it take to catch them? How did this not happen immediately? Who knows? Well,
she doesn't participate in the ragers. Apparently, she just hangs out in her room while these parties are out. That sounds like a white lie.
That's fucking weird. Yeah, no, that has to be a lie. That's either a lie or she's the weirdest bitch on the planet, because that's crazy to risk going to jail and having an illegal party to like chill in your room.
Hey, they're gonna do it anyway. Why not do it with the principal?
But it's also like,
if you're gonna do it, I'd rather you do it here.
Yeah,
and you also let them drive away drunk. Like, you've defeated the purpose of what you're ostensibly doing.
Well, see, I did think it'd be funny because, like, you know, they do the thing where it's like, you get to the party and they're like, all right, everyone, like, put your keys in this bowl. I always thought it'd be funny if it was always just like, if you're able to find your keys and you're good to drive, you know, where it's like, you go to leave and you're like, well, these are my keys. You're like, okay, you're fine, go. What are you, 0.18 BAC?
Honestly, my favorite part of high school parties, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but my favorite part was when the cops busted the parties.
That always was everyone's favorite part.
That was the best, because it turns into, like, you know, it's a normal night having a kegger in the middle of a field in Wisconsin. Suddenly the police show up. Now we're running in the woods. It's fucking Jumanji, dude. We're having an adventure. We're having a joyful romp in the woods. It's adventure. It's dangerous. One of the girls, when a party got busted, one of the girls was having an asthma attack. Stakes were high. Fun. You know, it spices things up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, in Wisconsin, if you get caught like underage drinking, they like give you like a lollipop and just kind of send you on your way. Right. There is no consequence.
Yeah, yeah. They just they give you a beer. They give you a beer at the police station. Like, if you're gonna do it, I would rather you do it here.
Yeah,
where it's safe.
I got like an underage drinking ticket. Like, I think it was like 2 days after I turned 18, and then when I had to tell my parents, it was like 5 minutes of anger, and then my dad was like, "What type of beer was it?" And I was like, Ice House. And he's like, you got arrested for Ice House? I'm like, I didn't get arrested. I was briefly detained.
I was issued a citation for drinking shitty beer.
Yeah, that was wild because it was like DNR agents, but they just lied and said they were police, which I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I don't know.
Plus, like, what like if they said they were DNR, it's like, all right, we're gonna shove you down a cliff now. Like, what do you mean? Like,
now I'm gonna draw on you. But I remember they like came out and they're like pretty chill. It was like, or no, it was like one of them I think wanted to be a cop, and then the other one was like really chill. So we're like camping. So I had like a hatchet or whatever, and so like, we come out and they're like, obviously you guys have been drinking. Two of them were on mushrooms, so we're lucky that didn't get sussed out somehow. And but yeah, it was like the chill one was just like, yeah, so we just got to clean this up, we'll walk you out, probably gonna get some tickets, but we'll take care of a lot of this stuff. And then like the one who wants to be a cop's like snooping around, and all of a sudden he's got like his flashlight going. He's like, what is this, and it was like my hatchet, and I was like, it's a hatchet. Like, why do you have this? And I'm like, to chop wood, you fucking freak. What are you doing? He thought
it's such a wide gulf of like personalities, either like very cool guy that wants to be in nature, or a guy who couldn't hack being a local PD. Like just a wide spectrum of just cool guy and then fucking loser.
Yeah. Can you imagine like being too much of a loser to just be like a fascist cop, where they're like, you can be a fascist, but like you're not cut out to be a fat Wisconsin cop.
Dude,
you're just
the only one worse are like the meter maids at the beach. Like around here, like they work for the police, and like this one fucking kid, like he just walks around with like Oakleys on, and he he has his like chin. He's just walking around. It's like, dude, I want to squash you like a bug, man.
I want to eat you, dude.
I just want to grab those Oakleys and just break him in half and say like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Oh, are you gonna call your supervisor? Call him. And then I go to jail.
See what happens. Yeah, it's funny to
see what fucking happens.
See what happens. I get in trouble. I go to jail. Your day continues. Fuck you.
You probably get the glasses replaced because you have them insured, because you have a job that pays you money.
That'd be like probably like the ultimate brag for him to be like, oh, you think being a meter maid's bullshit? This bald guy attacked me the other day. Now he's in jail.
He was so big and scary.
That's right.
And then he crumbled immediately.
Yeah. Oh, you think being meter maid's bullshit? This guy attacked me and then said, I'm going to do a joke about this. And then I put him in jail.
Yeah, this guy stomped on my Oakleys and then said, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. I can't believe I just did that. Holy fuck.
Oh my God.
Do you want
those expensive?
Oh, they're Oakleys. Okay.
Oh no.
Their Oakleys are kind of lame anyways. You should get Ray-Bans. I have a pair. Right. Would you like my Ray-Bans? Will that sort this out for you, Mr. Meter Maid?
Mr. Meter.
Do they? They probably don't like being called meter maids.
No, they absolutely do not.
I got a parking ticket in Portsmouth, New Hampshire when we were on our way home from like Rhode Island, and we had stopped to get cannolis on the way home, and we just stopped for just a quick road cannoli, and we pull over, and I was parked for like not even 3 minutes, and then I immediately get a ticket on a Sunday. I was like, I didn't even think they ticketed on fucking Sundays. So I get the ticket. We get our cannolis. I'm like driving away, and I see the meter maid that gave me the ticket because it had been 3 minutes. He had just walked down the block. So we're like pulling out of the city, and I just stuck my head out the window. I was like, hey, meter maid, I'm not fucking paying it. And then I just drove away.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to give a shit at all.
Yeah. I just could not care less. I'm going to get a letter in the mail to pay it.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Because like he has really nothing to do with it after he puts it in the system. Just like does it. Right. Just doesn't give
nothing to lose, nothing to gain.
Yeah.
I just look like a loser, but I liked it. Yeah. I had fun doing it.
I'm happy for you, man. I had a much more negative experience where in Wisconsin, I went to a Trader Joe's with a former associate, and then he parked. And then I was like, hey, you can't park here. And he's like, it'll be fine. What are they going to do? Give me a ticket? And then we come out and, hey, guess what happened?
Got a ticket.
Yeah. And then the meter maid was still there. And then my friend started yelling at him and then yelled a racial slur. And I was like, ooh, okay. It's time to get a new friend, I think.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought you were talking about an ex-girlfriend, and it's just so funny to call an ex-girlfriend a former associate.
Yeah, a friend of ours.
We have one more.
Ooh, hell yeah.
One more news item.
One more to close
This
us
is
out.
what we're going to end it on. So a man is arrested for the death of his friend because his friend claimed he could dodge bullets after smoking marijuana.
Well, guys can't have fun anymore.
That rocks.
guys can't have fun. Guys can't try to push themselves, push their limits, try new skills, try to grow, try to develop. That is sad.
I mean,
I think he should not go to jail. He's just doing what his friend wanted him to do.
Yeah, I mean, he did literally say that it wouldn't hurt him. If you tell someone that you can't be killed and they accidentally kill you, that shouldn't be your fault. That's just it's cut and dry.
I can't help that I've been lied to.
That's right.
Yeah. I've been led astray.
If you come to the conclusion that when you're on marijuana you can dodge bullets, something has to have happened to make you think that. You don't just think someone must have shot at you or near you and you survived, and then you're like, oh, I get. It's like, did you ever read that book in school, Tuck Everlasting?
No.
Oh, so it's a pretty dumb book, but it's like about this girl who like finds this family and they're all immortal. And so, like, they drank from this well that makes them all immortal, like they can't die. But, like, they do this flashback where it's, like, the family finding out that they're immortal. And so, like, everyone drinks from this, like, spring or whatever. And then something happens where it's, like, one of them gets hurt. And they're like, oh, my God, like, I'm not hurt somehow. And so the dad's like, oh, we might be immortal. So he shoots their horse in the head with a shotgun. And it doesn't die because it drank from the well. And Dad's like, oh my God. And then he shoots himself in the head with the shotgun immediately. And then just, he lives like, oh, I guess we're immortal. But it's like, there very easily could have been a moment where it's like, oh, I guess it just works on horses. And now Dad's splattered.
That's a leap of faith right there.
Exactly.
But also, if he had, weed slows your reaction time. Maybe if he wasn't high, he would have dodged that bullet.
What could have been? Yeah, maybe he can just normally dodge bullets and was just a little bit high last time.
He's Neo if he's not high.
That's right.
Aren't we all?
That's right. True. I'm Neo if he was high and didn't know anything about computers.
Dude, I would be fucking Neo if I could just stay away from the edibles.
That's right.
I'd be hacking the Matrix if I could just not be high.
Well, also it's kind of funny where in the Matrix he's like a hacker and like computer programmer, but then like his day job, he's just like a drone in a cubicle where like if he just waited 10 years, he'd be like a millionaire,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
They made that movie before being a computer programmer made you like tons and tons of money. Like he could
literally fortunes.
Yeah, exactly. Instead he's like, well, yeah, because they made it at a time where like living in a cave in the apocalypse was better than just being a computer programmer, where now it's like, well, now it's ending. But for a while, could have had your own cave filled with people, I guess.
Yeah, you could have had a cave full of ketamine and polyamorous coders.
Yeah. Well, also like nothing. Have you seen the Matrix movies?
Yeah, I saw the first one. I didn't see the sequels.
You like see more like the world that he's in after he gets out, and it's like, dude, just fucking stay in. Like there's one rave, and then everything else is just hell, and it's like freedom's better than your completely normal life that you're in a computer system. I would just be like, who's the guy from Sopranos that's in that? Yeah, I'd be like Joey Pants. I would just want to get back in the simulation, eat steak or whatever. That sounds way better.
Yeah, it's like, is this supposed to be the bad guy? He rocks.
Yeah.
that's the through line of this episode. All these guys that are supposed to be bad, this bus driver on prescriptions, this party principal.
And also now,
guys.
After the opioid crisis, if you held out the two pills, you're like, take the red pill, take the blue pill. I'd be like, what happens if I take both? How does that feel?
A little mix and match.
And match.
Yeah.
Little prescription
coming in and out of the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh, also, just really quick, wanted to shout out our listeners. Thank you very much. Also, YouTube's comment policies, garbage. We'll have to sort that out. Also, fuck Patrick Mahomes.
It's fuck Patrick Mahomes every day. Fuck Patrick
and
Mahomes.
Fuck Paul from Stop and Shop.
Yes, our dear friend Kyle wanted to say fuck Paul.
Yeah.
Paul from Stop and Shop. If you're listening to this, fuck you.
I think he's in. I believe he said the deli section. I'm going to double check that really quick.
You're checking the messages.
I'm going to get this right. Yes, from the Stop and Shop deli. Fuck you. We're coming for you. I don't know your last name or what you did wrong, but if you messed up that slicer, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you whole.
While we're shouting out listeners, we did have a topic submitted from the lovely Rosellen Earl of the main comedy scene, who said she had a hot take for us that we can discuss real quick. The hot take is, could we talk about how Roman Polanski and how he maybe liked those girls because they're the same height as him?
Sure. I'll be honest. I don't really keep up on Roman Polanski knowledge. I know that he went to like Europe or something after he, what was it, rape or something or pedophilia?
I think both. I think you lump those both in together.
I mean,
he is 5'3".
Isn't Roselle like 5'0"?
She's taller than Roman.
I guess her homepage is short people news. So
so Roman Polanski, there's a lawsuit alleging he raped a teenager in 1973. It was settled and dismissed, but it did exist.
Like, he's short.
Yeah,
that's what they said. Like, it dismissed. He's short.
Well, Rosellen, I think that's possible. I don't have the short people resources at my fingertips that you do. I wish I was more informed. But keep it up. Keep going.
Are you suggesting there's like a short person community?
I don't know. I haven't called about Roman Polanski at all. I don't.
It's a news publication. It's called Short Stuff. It is
too old to have heard
thriving paper called Short Stuff.
Or maybe they donate to like a fund to stop this kind of stuff called Short Stop.
We're never getting another submission because we're just dunking on short people instead of actually talking about the topic.
the physical magazine you get is called the Short Stack.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I think I'm primed to come out hot against short people because there was a guy who tried to bully me at a mic my first week here, and then he was like 5'2", so I walked in wearing a jacket and he was like, "Oh, it's a nice prison jacket." I'm like, "Thank you." He's like, "But I have a prison face," and I was like, "All right." And then later he was like, "Oh, sorry about that." And I had to stop myself from being like, I don't let anything that 5'2" people say bother me. I don't even, it can't even reach me.
Was it Roman Polanski?
Like, sorry.
Yeah, fuck him, kill him. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I was like, sorry. Like, I'm sorry you don't have a coherent brain. Like, nothing you said made any sense. What are you sorry about? I don't even know what the fuck you're trying to say.
Yeah. Well,
the air is doing
that
down
note.
there.
That's right. Yeah, the air is poisoned down there.
There's something in the Wawa.
That's right.
All right. Well, do you guys want to shout anything out, or not shout out? We did our shout outs. Do you guys want to like promote anything before we sign off here?
Yeah, I'm hosting for the great and powerful Casey Watson
on
the 8th of February at Empire Comedy Club, February 8th, this Saturday. Get tickets. One of you that listens to this, get a ticket. You're probably a comic. You don't need to get a ticket. Just show up. But yeah, hosting for the great and powerful Casey Watson. I'm also going to be at Doolin's Pub on Wednesday night when this episode comes out. So if you want to do that. Oh, and I'm hosting at Great Falls Comedy Club this Friday as well. So yeah. Hope to see you.
Hell yeah. I have no plugs, but I'll be at open mics being bumped into oblivion. So if anyone here is listening from Oregon, go fuck yourself.
That's been our show.
All right. Well, Confidently Wrong is a Barn Boys media production hosted by Chris and Pat Nugeth, produced by the lovely Garrett Morris. If you'd like to support this podcast, please visit our Patreon. New episodes are going to be out every Wednesday. Thank you very much for listening. We love you. Bye-bye.
Kisses.
Kisses.